So I'm legit like, say it like, I want to know. Say it with your chest, say it with your heart. Like, I legit want to know, like, what's going on. So he like, no, I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm like, you ain't gotta tell me tomorrow, just tell me now. He like, no. He like, I'll tell you later. I'm gonna hit your line and tell you later. So boom, my phone rings. So I'm like, man. So he like started drinking the water from the water fountain. So I pick up on, hello? It's Raymond. Raymond letting me know, like, hey, he's coming in the fieldway. Right? He's coming in the fieldway. He like, I don't see you by the course. Where you at? I say, oh, I'm in the inside where they be signing up to go swimming at, because in there you can tennis, swimming, volleyball. Like, you have the whole everything right there. You can like kind of like fake rock climb pretty much. Like, it wasn't the real deal, but you could climb on the wall and climb on the top and all that fun stuff. So it was like one of those. So I'm like, I'm in the inside. So he like, all right. He like, meet me outside. I'm like, all right. So I tell Gregory Boo like, hey, yo, I'm like, I'll be back. I gotta go. So he like, no, I'm coming. He like, you don't want no water? I'm like, no, I'm good. So we walks out, and true enough, we see Raymond. He's coming through, you know, the grass and stuff like that. He comes along towards us, and we're meeting him. He like, what's up? What's up? I'm like, nothing. And we see, like, you know, people are running the game. But then when I look, I said, hey, Gregory Boo, I'm like, oh, your sister here. He like, oh, yeah. He like, she with Jason. I'm like, where's Jason? He like, right there. I'm like, oh, I'm like, that's what's up. So he like, yeah, he like it, like, he always with her, like, and she don't ever say nothing. He like, but he cool, like, he ain't got no problems with me, you know, blah, blah. Like, so, you know, he dished that teaspoon to me. So I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna be too much on it. Like, it is what it is. I'm gonna back up a both you, because number one, I was like, I can get any chick. I can hit up OJ. I'm Gucci. I can get a chick. Like, I'm not tripping on that. Like, yeah, you fine. I like you. But I see this dude ain't going away. This dude is not leaving your life. And your brother just confirmed it. So I got nothing to say. So boom, we go back on the course. So they like, hey, y'all, let's run a 3-on-3 and we play up the, you know what I'm saying? They say we play up to 10 by 2s. So they like, 3s don't count. So boom, we run the game by game by game by game. Everything is all fine and dandy. So boom, some more people come up and they basically say like, hey, like, we want this rim. We trying to run the next match after, or we trying to at least, you know, go against whoever that won. So everybody accepted or whatever. I'm like, I was finna tap out. I'm tired. I've been running up. We was playing full court. So I was like, yo, I'm tired, B. Like, but they was finna play half court, but the 3-on-3. So I was like, oh yeah. So everybody said it was cool. But on the back set, I was gonna let them know, like, y'all can get somebody in my spot. Like, I'm good. And it was a decent amount of Gregory Boo peoples. And on top of that, I had Raymond there. So Raymond, he was on one. As long as he could smoke a blunt and get back out there, oh baby, he was just still on one. So boom, this little like ice cone thing came like in the middle of, like, we had like where people can like skate, like, you know, skate or whatever, or they're doing a bike or the skateboard thing. Like, it was just like this little path so you could ride on it, right? It was like a bike trail or whatever. So we was all sitting on like these little bleachers or whatnot. So we seeing everybody, like, it was a big, when I say humongous park, like the park was super big. It was super big. It had, on one side it had the kiddie playground. On the other side it had the grown folks playground. It had outside volleyball. You had baseball out there. You know what I'm saying? And then you had like not just the court we was playing on. It was another court too, but it stayed full. And then in the inside you had swimming, indoor volleyball, indoor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot going on. Like, and you had people that were a little small area. You could get snacks from the inside, and people was also in the park, like, selling cotton candy and all type of stuff, fruities, you know, just anything you could think of. So I saw the dude coming with the icy thing. So I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, I'm like, I want one. I'm like, how much is your ice? You got the ice cream truck out there on the, like, but you got to walk a little decent because the street was a little bit far. We was like in there. Like, when you in the park, you in the park. The way to come out is always the longest way. So I'm like, yo, let me get one. So I'm like, how much for 2 flavors? So he telling me the price. So I get 2 flavors. I'm like, let me get red and purple. Boom. He mixed the red and purple. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm eating on it. So I hear Charzetta like, oh, what's that? I'm like, it's icy. And I walk off. It's icy. And I walk like, what? I answered your question. You got who you want. Don't be in my face. You've been ignoring me. You doing, you know what I'm saying? The way you approach me and skew all that. Like, I see what you're doing. Like, okay, do your thing. I ain't gonna step in your way. I got you. Let me show you what I do. Let's see who gonna hurt the most. I'm gonna do me, right? So boom, I walk off. So she grabs her icy. So I'm not sitting in the bleachers. I'm standing. So Raymond like, hey, look, they ready to run. So Raymond coming. He like, yo, I know the other guy, but they ready to run a 3-on-3. So they like, who you gonna pick? So Raymond like, I want to be the captain, right? So Raymond picked Gregory Boo and one of Gregory Boo buddies, right? So Roosevelt and all of us, we still right there. Jason, all of us, we still right there. All of us, we right there at the they sitting on the bleachers. I'm standing, right? So so boom, they 3-on-3 start. So we can still see, but if we wanted to come up closer and stand, that mean that we got next. But we already know our team got next because we got 2 sets of teams. Because the other guys, they came with their peoples. So they kind of like some standing up, some sitting down. So they running a little 3-on-3, you know what I'm saying, going by 2s. So I'm sitting there, I'm eating my icy, and I'm turning on my phone, right? I'm turning on my phone. So I end up striking a message to Piper because Piper and certain girls always hit me up first, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, let me hit them up. Let me see what's up. So Piper was like, oh, I was just thinking about you. Like, so we just texting, right? We just texting back and forth. So all of a sudden, as we're texting back and forth, I hear somebody like, yo, that's why your girl ain't your girl. So, you know, it ain't pertaining to me. So I'm really not paying attention, but I'm listening. You know, like how you got that open ear out, you're listening. You're listening, but you know that it don't pertain to you. So you don't need to, you know what I'm saying, get crazy with it, get buck with it. So you hear, yeah, and people like to snitch on people, you know what I'm saying, excuse. So I turned around, I'm like really? So somebody like, who snitched? So they were like, oh, hey, Roshan, straight up call my name. So I look on what? Hey, tell them how you snitched on me in class. So Charzetta like, oh, you telling on people? I'm like, stop talking to me. So Jesse was like, oh, you mad? I'm like, ain't nobody mad. So at first, it felt like a barrage was coming at me. So I'm like, ain't nobody mad. So Roosevelt was like, yeah, you said something. That's why they said something. I'm like, man, stop talking to me for real. So now it's like, I feel like because it's a couple of people saying something, now I got to get tough. All right, now I'm finna have to get crazy. Because who the you think you talking to? You ain't talking to me. So I'm still sitting there. I'm like, man, stop talking. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he like, what? He like, nah. Like I said, and he comes off like the bench. And he like, why you snitch on me? I'm like, I told you. I ain't snitch on you. He like, yeah. He did this. Yeah. And he sat on the bench. He sat, but he was instead, because it was like about 5 of them, like that you could sit on. So he sat at the one that was super close. And he kept talking, and he was making jokes. But it was about me. He was like, yeah, people scared. He like, I was trying to be cool with people because they was basically a lane. They was a geek. He was cool. Like, he was getting a little tough. They steady, you know, I'm looking at Raymond. So I'm like, okay, like, he blowing me. And he was making me mad. He was doing it in front of Charzetta. Rule number 1, I don't like to be embarrassed. But rule number 2, you're not going to embarrass me in front of no females. That's just always me. You're not finna get away with that. So he was talking, and I'm just like, I'm tired of him. I put my phone in my pocket, and I had the icy. I cheeked the icy, right? And I squeeze, and I just, you just see it splash in his face. You see it. Oh! Right now, mind you, Roosevelt taller than me. My face. Magic, it's an icy with sweet serve stuff on there. So the ice itself definitely, and when I did it, he didn't know it was coming. He wasn't even embraced. He wasn't even ready. So everybody stood up on the bleacher like, oh. So Greg was like, Roshan, and she grabbed me. She run on the bleacher, she grabbed me, and then the other guys grabbed me, Chuck grabbed me. They grabbed me, right? You see Raymond them. I see them out of my peripheral. I see them, right? They, boom. They coming trying to grab up on me. But when Roosevelt finally collected his thoughts, because he was like, oh, my face. He kept saying his face. He didn't run up on me right away. I was still standing there like, yeah, like I wanted him to get up. Like, yeah, come on, get up. Like, get up. When Raymond them and the other guys and all them like ran up, Raymond like, yo, what happened? What happened? Roosevelt just straight come. I didn't even pay attention. I'm looking legit at Raymond. He boom! Roosevelt just hit me in the back of the head. I couldn't even react. So they grabbed me like, Roosevelt, no. Gregory was like, yo, chill. We all cool, yo. We supposed to be cool. We boys, we homies. So I'm like, oh my head. I'm like, oh, what he hit me with? I felt straight up because it hurt. And I guess it hurt much because I didn't embrace it. I didn't embrace myself. I wasn't ready. All I know is, I kid you not, by the time I turned around and looked, Raymond was running and he hopped on one of the little benches and straight poo. He like, what's wrong with you? Boom. And he grabbed him. So Jason, all of them, everybody tried to grab Raymond up, but they was grabbing Raymond up and Roosevelt was getting up. So by the time I pay attention, I hurry up, I run up over there. We fight. So Gregory was like, yo, no, everybody stop. Y'all chill. You see the park police, right? The park security or whatever. They coming and they're like, hey, y'all break it up. We all break it up, but we all fled, like, we all ran. Because we know that security guard, if they catch you, they can take you inside and they can hold you into, like, the police coming and your mom got to come. They can either ban you from there or whatever. So we don't want to, basically get in trouble. So we all fled. We fled quick, right? Nobody said their goodbyes. I didn't even see Raymond. Like when I said we all fled, this is a big part. We heard them already coming. So we, we left when they're like, hey. And we already saw him. People like, hey, yo, that's security. We already did. Boom, I'm walking home. Back of my head is aching. It's aching. So I get in. Front door now opening. I goes upstairs. So I'm like, man, it's quiet. They all outside at the bar, right? They all outside at the bar. So I'm looking on the camera. I'm like, who is this dude on the camera? So I'm looking on the camera. I see my nana. I see Pumpkin. But I'm like, who is this dude? I see my mom. I'm like, who is this dude on the camera? So I'm like, I'm going to go be nosy. So I went in the bathroom. I utilized the bathroom. I come back out, right? I check. I had like a whole little knot right here. So with that was a good, like, them skinny people, straight skinny bones. When they hit you, you're going to feel a connect. I'm going to let you know that right now, moving forward in your life, if you ever go through something, be ready. Because if they hit you, it's going to leave a knot, even though if it ain't super hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Because they bones be hitting different when they hit. You be like, this skinny mother. Let's go. So, boom, I goes outside. Back door now open, and I walk to the back. Tell me why it's Augie's dad. So I'm like, why is he here? My mom making him drink. So my mom like, oh, you're back. I'm like, yeah. She like, how was it? I'm like, oh, it was good. She like, why that girl don't ever come visit you? I'm like, who? She like, I'm a little lit right now. You know the dang on girl name. I'm like, who though? Who? The Greg sister. I'm like, Charzetta. She's like, why she don't come up here? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, she be busy. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking. Boom. I end up leaving, going in my room. So I come in my room. I'm like, where's Marky? Because I didn't see him when I came in the house. I go downstairs. He's downstairs. He's sitting on the couch. I'm like, oh, you watching TV? He like, yeah. I'm like, bro, you wouldn't believe what happened. So I get to telling him exactly what happened. He like, wait, like, we need to go over there. He like, we can sneak out the window. We need to go over there. He like, Roosevelt, like, woo. I'm like, no. I'm like, I think it's fine. I'm like, Raymond had my back. He like, bro, he hit you. I'm like, yeah, look. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was telling Marky. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way how everything happened. And I was telling him about Jason and everything. Like, everything when it unfolded. So he was like, man, he like, I'm going to get him for you. I'm like, no. I'm like, you just worry about getting yourself out of trouble right now. He like, yeah. He like, Mom tell me when I get sleepy to make my pallet by her door. I'm like, at least I get to see you. He like, you should leave your door open. I'm like, I got you. Right? So boom. Time wound down. Time has passed. I done shower, everything. My mom is in the jacuzzi. I done ran her bath water. Roshan. So I'm in the room with my room door cracked. Marky got his pallet. So Marky don't have like a regular pallet. Like, we Puerto Ricans, so, Puerto Ricans, we used to sleeping on the floor and we would put out a pallet. We would put, you know what I'm saying? But their pallet was more like a sleeping bag for outside. Like you could zip yourself in. So that was a pallet, right? So she called my name. I come out and I see Marky. He like, so I'm like, yeah. She like, come on, come in and come talk to me because this is the best time. She like, I already put my Noxzema on my face and mixed with the toothpaste. So I walk in, I'm like, hey. She like, you keep saying you want to talk to me. You want that? No matter how lit this lady will get, no matter how high she would get, and that's how I am now. No matter how drunk, she always remember what a person said. Already remember how a person moved. So I'm like, yes. And so my phone, zip, zip, zip. She like, give me the phone. I'm like, huh? She like, give me because that phone is always glued to your hand. You could have left that in the room. Give it to me. I'm like, oh, because I was texting and then you called me. Give me the phone. I'm like, okay, here. So she took the phone. And she like, okay. And she dropped it. But like on the outside by the tub, like where the carpet was at, she dropped it right there when you get out the tub and you put your feet on the carpet. She dropped it right there. So she said, what you needed to tell me? I'm like, oh yeah, I was going to tell you when you got out the tub. Okay, so tell me now. I'm like, so I can't go to school tomorrow. Says who? Who said you can't go to school tomorrow? Because you getting up out of here, sir. You sick? Let me guess, you sick. You went out to the park, you done played all day. Now all of a sudden you sick and you ain't going to school tomorrow. Are you asking me or are you telling me, Roshan?